Hey, thanks for being here with me. Just let your body settle wherever it is. Today, I want to talk about the moment everything clicked for me. The moment I realized I wasn't broken, defective, I'm not too much or not enough. I'm just wired differently, and nobody had ever told me or told me that that was okay. My healing didn't begin in a therapist's office or during some big emotional breakthrough. It started after the end of my last long-term relationship, and then when I started to meet new people again. I just found myself in the same patterns that I thought I had outgrown. um, Conflicts and misunderstandings felt overwhelming and personal, and my nervous system was reacting before my mind could catch up. Every time something went wonky, I just had a quiet thought like, why am I like this? And I didn't have any language for it yet, just a lot of self-blame and questioning. Um, I found myself clashing with people, not in dramatic ways, but in pretty just subtle moments where communication just wasn't lining up. There's something that just wasn't matching. I shut down or freeze when other people, I guess it's like they need immediate engagement when I just need to process. And all the time I've just been wondering, is this just something that's me? Why why does it feel like I'm the issue and nobody else deals with things the way that I do? So just one day I was doing what everybody does and just scrolling on my phone, and I just started putting things into Google like, why do I shut down during conflict? Um, my words get stuck in my brain. Uh, why can't I think when people are upset with me? Why does my brain just stop working? Why do the words get stuck before they can come out? Um, and I saw this Reddit post that the little preview, it had the same thing, like the same language that I had just said, like freezing, shutting down, words getting stuck during conflict. And I clicked it and I started reading, and something in me just went so still. Just line after line, she was describing her own experiences, and I had never heard anyone else say things like this. Um, Everything, the freezing, the delayed processing, overwhelming conversations because they're moving too quickly, looking like you're disinterested, but it's just like emotional shutdown, that's self preservation. The way that you feel so guilty because you're confused and you just think that you're the issue. And as I was reading, I'm just like, this is so me. This is literally me. And I had realized that she was writing as an autistic woman. She also has ADHD, and I felt this brush, this wave of validation and recognition in her words. And honestly, there was some panic, because if this was all true, then this one small piece of information just made everything make so much sense. And that's a lot to hold just at one time. And then I remembered that, like, years earlier, I was dating this guy, and early on in our relationship, he had said that he has Asperger's. So after that date or whatever time we were together, I went home and I was like just researching that online to learn more about it. And I recognized small pieces of myself in that reading. But I just kind of like, I guess, brushed it off and just told myself that I could relate and we had some similarities. And I didn't consider that the mirror I was looking at for him was also mine. But here it was, years later, reading this Reddit post, and everything was just so lined up. There was no way that I could ignore this. And um, in that moment, there was like three emotions I had. There was this recognition, like, this is me. I finally found myself. I felt validation in that I'm not alone. I'm not like weird in a way that I thought I am, and I'm not broken. And then the panic also, like, how how did I not know? How did nobody know? How did it get looked over? Um, and what does it mean for me and what I understand about myself? Um, my whole life just like was reframed in one moment. Looking back, this is probably the first time that I ever really felt like seen, not necessarily by another person, but by truth, understanding, and eventually the panic settled. Validation has definitely stayed, and recognition has grown roots. Um, so that like little aha moment was maybe like a handful of years ago, and it's marked the beginning of me learning how to treat myself with a bit more patience, more gentleness, and it hasn't solved everything or maybe anything. I don't know. And I don't have any answers, but it gave me a starting point to start to look at and understand my own patterns and needs without shame or guilt. And that is healing in itself. So, if you've ever felt different or misunderstood yourself or wondered why certain things feel harder for you than they seem for everyone else, you're not alone and you're not defective. You might just be wired differently. And that wiring might hold gifts that you haven't learned to see just yet. And with that, thank you for being here with me. Next time, I'll talk about what happened after that moment, the grief, relief, and the slow process of rebuilding my relationship with who I actually am.